Your biggest limiting factor in life and in your body is your belief in yourself. Now, let me just repeat that. So, the biggest limiting factor in your life and when it comes to healing your body, getting in shape, getting out of pain, all these different types of things, is your belief in yourself. And it's no different in our relationships, no different in business and our profession, etc. Unfortunately, the level of belief that we have in ourselves is what tends to cap the level at which we can actually experience the results that we want. So, for example, with myself, I may have a desire to be 85 kilos of pure muscle. But if, for example, I don't believe that that's possible for me, or if I continually see myself as a 75 kilogram individual, then it's going to be very hard for me to create this new reality that I want that's 85 kilos and ripped and shredded and all the rest of it. So we have this phenomenon with the mind and with how it works, whereby if my expectation does not match the outcome that I desire, unfortunately I won't reach that outcome, because we get what we expect and not what we want. So if I have this habit or this consistent behavior or habit set whereby I continually fail to get the results that I want, this kind of becomes my reality. This becomes my expectation. Because in the past I continually failed to achieve the things I want, I therefore expect that, well, the next time I try to do this thing, then I'm going to fail again. And that's quite often why many of us get stuck in these cycles of, oh, I'm going to try this new diet. Oh, I heard that keto is really good. And then we try it for a couple of weeks, kind of get some okay results. Then obviously life gets in the way. We struggle to stick to the diet, and then we end up back where we were. So then we hear about a new diet. Oh, well, actually, I heard that going paleo was a good way to do it. So then we try paleo, and again, we kind of start getting a few little good results. And then again, life gets in the way, or we don't really like the types of meals we have to eat, and we fall off track and end up back where we were. So we get stuck in this cycle of try, gets difficult, fail, back where we were, or even further behind. And this becomes the reality that we expect for ourselves. And then unfortunately, because way back in our mind as such, we constantly want to prove ourselves right, we continually act in this way, whereby we tend to think negatively about the experiences or the outcomes that we can provide for ourselves. And as I say, we don't want to be wrong, so therefore we act subconsciously, we make ourselves act in ways that validate that belief, that deep down belief that I'm going to fail anyway, so what's the point in trying? Which is why so many of us are constantly going, oh, well, on Monday I'm going to start this new thing. Then obviously Monday comes. For whatever reason, the universe wasn't aligned perfectly for us, so we fall off, or we don't even get started. And then we go, okay, well, actually from next Monday I'm going to start again. Rather than just go, well, you know what? This morning didn't go that great, but right from now, I'm just going to do this thing that I said I was going to do. That's why we tend to kind of constantly delay the results that we get, and therefore end up being our own biggest or our own most significant limiting factor. So once we can address the issue we have with ourselves in our mind, where we have this lack of belief in ourselves to be successful, then we can actually consistently take action and get the results that we want. Yes, of course, there are times when we may believe that something is possible for us, but what we end up doing is maybe fearing failure later on, or fearing success even. For many of us, we have this subconscious or unrealized fear of success and the responsibility that comes with those new successes, particularly in things like business or trying to grow ourselves personally. We often get caught up with that as well. So what we want to do is start committing to small wins. Sometimes these massive goals that we set for ourselves, they sound amazing. They inspire us in the moment, get us kind of all geared up and ready to go. And we're like, yeah, that's fucking awesome. I'm going to go and make £1 million, or I'm going to go and stack on a ton of muscle or lose 30 pounds of weight. But then once we actually start, the reality sets in, holy fuck, this is a pretty big goal. I'm not actually sure I can do this or remain consistent enough to do this, because it's going to take time and I don't know if I can stay committed for that length of time. So instead, what we want to do is break the goal down, whether it's making money, getting in shape, finding a new relationship. It doesn't matter what it is. We want to break the goal down into small chunks and start winning the small game. But if you win the small game daily, that accumulates to the big game. So for example, rather than me going, oh, well, I want to lose 30 pounds in the next 6 months, I might go, okay, well, in the next week, I'm going to aim to lose 1 pound. Or if my goal is strength or performance based, I might go, okay, well, currently I have a 100 kilo deadlift. Within the next 2 weeks, I'm going to hit 105. And then 2 weeks following that, I'm going to try and get 107 or something. And we just build it up bit by bit rather than go, okay, well, I've got a 100 kilo deadlift, but I want 200. Then you try 200 and fail and go, oh, well, I'm shit, I can't do that. Or we try for the 30 pounds of weight loss, struggle because the person that can lose 30 pounds is required to do a whole lot more than the person that's than the person that's losing 1 pound. So all you need to do to lose 1 pound might be very small, minor changes in your daily lifestyle, whereas aiming for that 30 pounds is going to take a big change. But if you can do it piece by piece, bit by bit, it becomes a lot easier for us to maintain momentum and stick to it. So that's the way we stop ourselves from being the biggest limiting factor in our life. We break it down, make it small, make it achievable, make it believable, and then that way we're more likely to take those consistent actions. If the goal is too big and bigger than your current level of personal development, you'll never manage to stick to it. If you want me to expand on this further and go into other strategies, make sure you comment below or put a new post up in the group asking me your specific questions. And of course, I can get back to you as soon as I can. Any other questions, also feel free to post those. And if not, I shall see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Take it easy.